Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm actually early.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Yeah, man, I'm actually early today. Yeah, I'm actually early today. That's crazy. I set the life at 10:30 and I made it, guys. I feel so good. This is very important for me that I had done this. Trust me, I lost sleep. We're going to get right into it. We're going to get right into it, Jamaica.
Alia and Chris and Ramon in a dialogue. So him want know if on a circle is trustworthy. Your circle, Donovan Williams, not trustworthy because you have Lawrence Rowe and they will walk and talk everything. Him a carry news to you and him a carry news to everybody else. So your circle will never private. Never. Because Donovan, me know every single thing where you do, how you do, when you do, where you do.
Oh.
You ask them where you have around you, if me did make them know nothing when me I do anytime at all. Them get duties to execute, them never get duties, them never be a part of no decision making because me know me did have a whole heap of boy, girl I deal with.
Hey,
so me
sweetheart.
know to say to them and when I
Rain or fall, you know
leave
that?
me alone, Donovan. You hear me I want you? Leave me alone. Because me know
Yo,
you
behave
can't
yourself
stay in a
here.
central Kingston. You could have
Behave
not about
yourself,
Jesus. The
alright?
devil on your back, you can't stay in here. And maybe
Rain or
Central
fall, that mean
Kingston.
you're hungry.
And me build Central Kingston. Ramon in I'm yard when me build Central Kingston. And you're going in yard, go tell him and his brother. So come me go carry her to Rose and make sure expose them in a politics. And me carry them, go expose them all about in a politics. And I know Ramona undermine me. From 2016, Mrs. Madden down at Grace called me and tell me, say, Chris and Ramon and Sanjay, which is in brother, in the community, a champion say, me can win the election 2016. Them go down at Grace go tell Mrs. Madden, and Mrs. Madden call me and tell me, Rosie, beware of them. Them are undermine you. So me know a long time, Sir Ramon and Chris and Sanjay did I do it. Mrs. Madden tell me long time and tell me, say, open your eye. And all me, Chris was more explicit and show say him a fight. Somebody did avoid Chris, but Ramon gave the impression like Chris is the problem. Chris carry news and Chris got this and talk this and Chris. Every time I talk to him about Chris, him pour down everything for Chris. The time him did that do it. So now I know that Ramon was a snake and Ramon is the one that do all the things that way I do. I leave Ramon alone. And I'm not into an argument with him. I don't want to fuss with him. I just want me and him to go up on the floor. And you are anticipate a selection. Me no in a selection. Me I give him the seat. But me have a run pan something else cause PMP have to win the seat. JP can win it back. Me I make sure they not win it back. That's all me have to do. So me in an argument with you. When Ramon tell me that you told him that you gave me money, and I said to Ramon, say, Ramon, Donovan never give me any money. Donovan don't give me money. Donovan give me projects. Him expect me to take the money, but the people was always paramount. When I tell Donovan how much money I give the people them all the time, him tell me when I give him so much money for, me think it's $6,000, $7,000. I always tell Donovan that can't help nobody. I always tell him, so Donovan, that cannot help nobody. The people that never used to that from me.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk from me. The other day, in a Christmas, I gave you a budget. Not this Christmas, last year Christmas. I gave you a budget.
Welcome in,
For the
guys.
Christmas world. No, it never have on anything for the old people them and this and that, apart from the treat when we did keep. And I knew that there were some people in need. Somebody did forget $5,000, $50,000 each. Ramon did forget 50,000. Chris did forget 50,000, and Yo-Yo was forget 50,000. Everybody else get their money apart from those 3 persons. Because I shared that money and give the old people them to give out. The people them some $5,000. You told Ramon that I gave you a list with Ramon's name on it, that Ramon was to get money. Ramon, I did not answer him. He asked me 2 times, I did not answer him. The 3rd time he bring it up to me that you told him that I had his name on a paper to get $50,000. I told him yes. I said, Ramon, did you tell Donovan that you got the money? No. I said January when the gully did a clean in a Raytown. I told Yo-Yo, because I go foreign and leave the money. I told Yo-Yo, give Ramon $50,000, give Chris $50,000, and you take your $50,000. And me make him pay out the rest of money. I asked Ramon the question if him they tell you say him they get the money. And he said no. Ramon got him Christmas money in January. Ask Liad Ramon.
Liad Ramon.
Carry news. And Carry go bring come Ramon.
Carry news Ramon.
If him never get the $50,000 afterwards.
Backside.
So when you and him a conspire and you are him a tell you say him never get no money Christmas, and you are telling him say me give a list. Yes, I gave you the list with Ramon name on it. But I diverted the money, Yo-Yo, Chris and Ramon money to the poor, the old people in the era when need it. But January Ramon got back the money. And I told you, Donovan, that I gave Ramon. And you asked me, why me give him $50,000? Never give Ramon $50,000.
Sylvia, what's up? Good evening. I wish part you there.
Donovan. You hear me? I want you to stop calling me name. I'm going to open up your files in the public. What's the package, the money where you get for the packages, where you sign up all kind of things, and you give Ramon them for sign.
Oh.
And Ramon come back and tell me, say, nothing where you put on the paper is true, is lie.
Oh.
Remember, me, you did I get them for sign, and Ramon, you did I get them for sign. So all the things them when me know about your false documents them, and Ramon tell me.
Wow.
You hear me? I tell you stuff to leave my name alone.
Leave her name alone.
You see, I do, I'm not pay on the mind. When I don't talk the things them. When Ramon tell me about you thief in Donovan, I'm not talk to you about it.
Yo, man, tell you.
In the public, me I go with it. In the public. Because you think that you swear to things that your business private.
Yes.
Right? But let me tell you something. You have to know when the time comes.
When the right time comes.
Just continue.
Some are going to charge the corruption.
Take the peaceful transition. And do what you do because you can't stay in a Central Kingston. Me, I have a campaign that you lose.
Mighty
so
God.
I have to get rid of you. You, me, I have to get rid of. Me not ask you that.
Wow. Red velvet, how are you, baby?
Leave me alone. I realize that.
Big up Formosa Fantasy in the place. First to comment on this particular live right there. How you doing, sweetheart? We're Serena fall down at your place. Make sure so you keep yourself warm and keep your feet dry. We have Atthew in the building. Atthew. Big up yourself in Atthew. Atthew is one of my few you call it now. Atthew is one of my few members, my few honorary members on this platform. Alright, we have Jain, we have Sassy81, and we have Atthew. So big up all of my moderators, big up all of my members, and for persons on Bolo VNR 2.0. If you're not a member yet, consider becoming a member of the platform. For the persons on TikTok, big up on yourself. My soon, the support is getting more consistent over there. For the persons on Bolivian R 2.0, morning Jada, Red Velvet, how you doing? Let me know where you guys are watching from. Celine, Eastport and the night place. Sylvia Chambers, good. Sylvia Chambers say good evening. Sylvia, evening now you there? No man. No man. At 10:38 to be there, but you know, you're probably there in England or something like that. So big up everybody overseas, internationally, wherever you are. This morning is a very serious topic. You guys know I don't go live very, very early. You understand what I say? Miami, Florida, in a place. This morning is a very serious topic. I do not go live early in the morning like that again. Them that did a way back in a 2 year, 1.5 year ago. You understand? But Father God decides, say, Bolo, you're going to wake up on time. You set the thing for 10:30. And Father God, wake me up. I want to thank Father God for wake me up, Jamaica. I want to thank the Almighty God for wake me up on time. Good before the time for me to do this live stream here. Because like I said, this is a very, very serious topic. Right? Yeah, man. When we look at the government and how things are run under them, right? We have to ask the question, why is it that in certain areas there's a consistency of abuse? Where Ryan Campbell, good morning. I am Coley, good morning. There's a consistency of abuse, ladies and gentlemen, where the citizens of Jamaica is concerned. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've noticed it. And it's very, very concerning for me personally. TikTok, give me a second. It's very concerning for me personally, right? Go back on TikTok. We just write up something. We've been looking at all the extrajudicial killings that has been happening in Jamaica for the last few years. The rising in police unaliving the citizens of Jamaica has increased dramatically. Hold on there. Something is wrong, man. Something is wrong. Why is the browser? Yo, why is the browser? What's happening here, son? Something I play with, I don't know about. Which browser this? Are you guys hearing something other than me? Let me see. Browser 3. Why is browser 3? Alright. Let me see something else.
10 o'clock. And
Alright. Browser 3 should not be spiking off at all. Alright, the main browser. I don't know why that would be spiking off. I don't have anything playing in the background. For the persons on OBS, are you hearing anything playing in the background, ladies and gentlemen? That's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting indeed. Un momento, por favor. Even when I turn out the OBS, I'm still hearing something in the background here. Alright, so let me just look at this because obviously something is happening here. Pause that, take out that audio. What else is in the background? This one? Oh, alright, so let me just... Technicalities, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to OBS, only for technicalities. I've seen some things going up, so I don't want to make any mistake about that. So Rosie, hey, what's up? Your name, Rosie, hey, that name there. That name there normal, you know, guys like me. I say Rosie, hey, but it's actually Rosie, hey. When I hear my morning voice, my morning voice sound. I wake up good yet, you know. don't wake up with it. I don't wake up with it. Yo. I don't wake up good yet, Jamaica. I tell you, I don't wake up good yet. Alright. So like I was saying, Jamaica, when you look at the abuse that's happening, the unaliving of our citizens, when you look at the abuse for the elderly from the police, it doesn't matter who it is. We've seen recent videos come out circulating recently that it appears that a police officer was beating a man helpless on the ground. Then when I give him some kick, I don't know if you see that video there. Then when I give him some kick, Jamaica, I say, no, what could have caused this? What could have caused all of this to happen here, so? You know what I mean? So, them little things that really nerve-wracking for me. I don't know about nobody else. Those things are very nerve-wracking for me, so. I don't hear the Prime Minister, Horace Chang, or Dr. Kevin Blake come out and reprimand these acts by rogue officers. Because I'm not here saying that all officers are bad. I understand the importance of order in our society. I understand the importance of the men and women that serve in the JDF, the JCF. You understand? I totally understand that, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, what to the microphone? Sorry about that. My microphone was off the whole time. Yeah, so I totally understand the role of the JCF and the JDF. Can you like, share, comment, and subscribe? But there's a disturbing pattern. And last night, and I'm talking about a bad pattern with the police force. And this has to do with their intelligence. You understand? There's a terrible pattern. This has to do with the intelligence of the police force. And we shouldn't be even questioning the intelligence of the police force, but we have merit. We have good merit to do so. I don't know if you guys have seen recent reports. Oh, hold on. I don't know if you guys have seen recent reports in the news. I don't know if you have seen recent reports in the news, guys. But I'm going to share with you what I've seen. Alright? So the desktop. What is playing on the desktop? The background, okay. But also I know so the audio didn't clear now because trust me, it's rough. That's why I love use my phone straight now, because I see OBS, so much things about OBS for you really, you know, to look at and make sure so everything runs smooth. True. I'm searching for a better day. I'm searching for a better way. Mighty God, what is this? Discard. I left that this up.
Because in the free world, you can't buy the car that we want back.
That is it.
And we can't, and we have highly educated people that work at call center and wholesale because we can't afford to send them to school. So in our freedom, we still not achieving a lot of us. Majority of us still not achieving. One thing that you want them to for them people like you, I have never lived in a communist country, but there are basic things that if you have a government, you have health, education, and housing and opportunities to work. You know, see what else you want because other things will come on to you.
All right,
Yep.
Anita. Thanks for the
And if
call.
it wasn't the embargo, if it wasn't for the embargo, Cuba need a lot of us, majority of us.
All
Still
right.
not much.
All right.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right.
Yeah, man.
Good day,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Welcome.
Yeah, man. What there,
Boy,
brother?
I'm there. I give thanks. I just waiting quickly on the Cuban issue. You know, Colin and Raleigh, I have a brethren in Mandeville who I have a brethren in Mandeville who leaves Cuba, gone to Cuba 147 times. And, you know, I mean, when a man tell you the situation with Cuba in terms of discipline, in terms of the fees, everything in
So another crisis that is imminent right now, Jamaica, is the cost of living. I don't know how many of you have seen price hikes in your light bill, but trust me, you know we have to go to the teacher, Mr. Ralston Hyman, Zine, and then we have to touch upon the police force, the JCF, and the disturbing trend. Alright? And then we move to something else. But that is the itinerary for this morning. Let's continue.
Cuba. It is just impeccable. And for example, you know, Colin, and the man say you don't know what to do. But let's say you have 70 people at the bus stop. When the bus comes, it's like the person who is at 27 or 30 in the line. That's the number that they're going to go in the bus, you know. They actually just come and count up and know that listen, that person was ahead of them. That is the orderly society that they operate. And Colin and Ronnie, we know that it is just very and pure bad mind some people are carrying to Cuba. Because had it not been for the embargo that has been going against Cuba for the last 60 years plus 60 plus years, certainly our neighbors, our big neighbor to the north, certainly would look pale in comparison to Cuba.
True. That's a
when you look
fact.
at certain areas in Cuba, Cuba has basically outdone
That's
them.
a
When you
fact.
talk about their medical point, when you talk
Yep.
about so
That's
many
a
things,
fact.
then you can say, oh, Cuba is indeed first world. So we want to
True.
hail the Cuban in a big way, and thank God we understand that the oil,
Andrew,
to them, so the Cuban people will see a reprieve. I have a few more things that I want to say, Wally, but Colin, but I know you have a caller. So let's take the callers.
Yes.
And then I'm waiting.
Hold on. Go ahead, caller. Thanks for holding. Good evening.
You're welcome. Good evening, Raleigh got calling on you're talking about the Cuban situation, and we have to go back to what Senator Motley said.
Hold on, now Daisy that. They know say Daisy call in for the program. Hey, big up Daisy, you know. Daisy magazine, anywhere there, mama. Big up yourself. Big up Daisy magazine, anywhere there. What's your monthly earnings on TikTok? But Andrew, what if you ask me that? I don't earn no money on TikTok. TikTok not pay no money. If I did money alone, me not go live on TikTok. I can't tell you that right now. If this was just about money, I wouldn't go live on TikTok. I don't earn no money on TikTok. No money. Them stop TikTok means just TikTok stop make you earn money off of your views from your videos them. I do videos got 200,000, I don't make any money off them. Crazy. When I go on live, I haven't come across persons that are kind enough or have the money enough to give the big gift them. I have come across persons that are kind and you know, I don't understand the gifts. But when you see the wheel them and them something and the lion them and them thing, I have the biggest thing I've ever gotten is a money gonna believe. That's it. And I am thankful for everything. I'm just saying, I have not come across heavy donators on TikTok. Never come across them. But on my, I mean, I talk about politics, I talk about the state of the country. Um, I talk about good governance and those types of things. And I highlight problems within the community and in the society that I believe that need urgent attention. You know. And at the end of the day, we just hope say the people them see the value in the platform, become a member, join the join the what you call it on TikTok, press the join button and bless up the platform when they're led to do so. I don't give anybody anything to put down. You understand? Yes, and we're here talking about how life is challenging. Lorraine, good morning. I see you. Good morning, Lorraine. Hope all is well, my sister. Big up, big up, big up. Right? For big up all of my moderator them again for the persons on Bolo VNR 2.0. If you are seeing a membership option, if you are seeing an option for super chats, you can also gift members over there. Explore those things, alright? And for the persons on Bolo VNR clips, of course, the donation link is pinned on both YouTube platforms. Yeah, man. So we can just donate to the Zelle, the Cash App, or the PayPal. For the Zelle and the Cash App, any one of those, please send me a screenshot on my number. My number is 876-451-6535. That's 876-451-6535. WhatsApp me the number. Also, you can WhatsApp me on that number if you want to join the WhatsApp group or the WhatsApp channel. I will send you all the information that is one necessary or needed by yourself where that is concerned. Alright, wonderful. Let's continue.
And when people speak disparagingly about the Cubans, because Marlon Morgan equating a car to education shows you the depth of their depravity. Because the Cubans weren't working in a car, they were taking care of human beings.
Oh my God!
Being able to buy a car is more important than the ability to take care of human beings. Then somebody like that I would not want to be associated with somebody like that.
Oh my God!
And you look across them.
No, Daisy. We're not Daisy, you are the gift that keeps on giving. We're not just gonna scroll past that word let us use. Kerry Spencer to repeat the number. The number is 876-451-6535. That's 876-451-6535. But I believe I am monetized, I don't know how the monetization it's just not yielding. It's like I said, Andrew, Polo, it's just not yielding any, the people. I don't have those types of supporters over here. I don't have the type of supporters that when I go live, them just continue to excite up the live and drop a bag of gifts on them something. But I don't want to talk about that right now. But just concentrate on the message. You see me I say? Yeah. Just watch. You got the number, Kerry Spence. Anybody else that want the number, you got the number. 876-451-6535. But we're not gonna scroll past it where Daisy just said a while ago about Marlon Morgan, Make we hear this again. Hold on there.
Is more important than equating a car to education shows you the depth of their depravity.
Depth of their pravity. Let us look up that word. Him equating. No man, Marlon Morgan ain't a shame. Daisy said she wouldn't even want to be associated with somebody like you. Shun the very appearance of evil, Daisy. I agree with you. Oh, it's depravity. The depth of depravity. From you see that word, I mean, moral corruption. Mighty God. No. Jamaica. Depravity. DEPARVITY. It means moral corruption. Mighty God. The innate corruption of human nature due to original sin. Nerida, how you doing? No, Jamaica. No. Marlon Morgan in a shame. Somebody call Marlon Morgan there for me, ladies and gentlemen. No, this is bad. This is really, really bad. The depth of your depravity.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
No, sir. No, man. Me shame for you. I am ashamed for you. You have become a clown in the Senate. How would that? Hey, thank you for the 10. Oh my goodness. Shout out to you on the cat and Sylvia. Thank you so much, my darling. Sylvia, look on the membership here. Membership them nice. Badge them nice. The emoji them turn up. Let me show you some of the emoji them. When me hear something that said that a while ago, this is an emoji I'm drop. What can go so? Man, that Morgan depravity. No.
What can go?
No. Brethren, you're morally corrupt. You're not even morally bankrupt. You're morally corrupt. Patsy Wagwan. Ladies who what's up? Big up the whole of TikTok. No go on. Like when I hit up the like button, you know, that is it. Your moral depravity. Wayne Boucher say, love the program. No first. Hey, big up yourself, you know, Wayne Boucher. Big up, you know. Yes, man, I'm glad to say you want to find some education from the program and also, you know, entertainment have to go and see them because, you know, we do long live streams and you have to keep the people engaged. You know what I mean? Yes, so I am happy when the people are happy. I am happy. Thank you so much for that 10. And a 10 pound to you know, and a 10 United States dollar that, so I don't know where it go. 10 pound to the cash app. You shouldn't even tell nobody. I know people always account your money. You know what I mean? God bless you, Sylvia. God bless you. Selvanev, tell her again, Selvanev. But depravity. She deal with him wicked. Listen to this.
Equating a car to education shows you the depth of their depravity. Because the Cubans weren't working in a car, they were taking care of human beings. When people speak disparagingly about the Cubans, because Marlon Morgan equating a car to education shows you the depth of their depravity. Because people speak disparagingly about the Cubans, because Marlon Morgan equating a car to education shows you the depth of their depravity. Or Senator
Marlon Morgan come in front of the class. Listen what Daisy magazine have to say about you. Mighty God. You should have shame. Marlon Morgan come in front of the class there. You with Daisy magazine have to say about you. You should be ashamed of yourself, man. Absolutely ashamed.
They said in the parliament on Friday. And when people speak disparagingly about the Cubans, because Marlon Morgan equating a car to education shows you the depth of their depravity. Morgan equating a car to education shows you the depth of their depravity. Morgan equating a car to education shows you the depth of their depravity.
Marlon Morgan, this is an effort to have you shut your mouth when you're in parliament if you don't have nothing smart or sensible or uplifting or credible or morally uncorrupt to say. You equated education to a car. Yes, a labor right. Yes, really a labor right. You have to be a labor right. So you are the buster mantic when you equate saltfish better than education. You're one of them fully dunce.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
Marlon Morgan have to come down. And she said the depravity. My goodness, Jamaica. I have to share this with you guys that don't know this word. I want to shout out to Daisy Magazine, you know, one of my favorite ladies. You understand? On the app from Tala time. No, depravity means moral corruption. Wickedness, Marlon Morgan, you are wicked. The innate corruption of human nature due to original sin. Marlon Morgan is a wicked. You're telling me buying a car, having a car is better than education? The Cubans have an educated class of people. They're doing way better than us. Even with the embargo on them. Jamaica should be ashamed of themselves. We could take some lessons from Cuba. And you on the Jamaica Labour Party side seem to, you know, try to put down the Cubans. But my God, Daisy Magazine definitely summed it up right here. What a crying shame, Jamaica. What a crying shame.
Because the Cubans weren't working in a car, they were taking care of human beings.
Yes?
So if he thinks that being able to buy a car is
Tarifa.
more important than the ability to take care of your fellow human beings, then somebody like that should not, I would not want to be associated with somebody like that. And you look across the length and breadth of Jamaica throughout the 50 years. Jamaica's literacy rate was highest in the 1970s. What is it right now? What is Cuba's literacy rate? And for a country that has an embargo on it for as long as I can remember, for decades, and to be able to send trained doctors, nurses,
Of course, Cuba is better than we start, boy.
What does that, like you said, Colin, if that country did not have an embargo, can you imagine what would be happening right now? That country would be the star of the Caribbean.
Maybe a Cuba would have it right now.
Let's go.
Exactly. Everybody would want to go there. But here's the thing, you know.
No, Marlon Morgan, Daisy Magazine don't even want to be associated with it. And I am saying, Jamaica shun the very appearance of evil. When you hear people talk like Marlon Morgan, you don't even want to be in them company. They're more than fully duns. You understand? Worse than duns are wicked. So you can imagine your duns and wicked. Let's continue. Tell me one thing. Yes, man. Let's put that one up on TikTok. Let's move on.
You talk about respect. You cannot respect a person who's wishy-washy.
No.
And here's the thing. He could have defended the program. But you know why he can't defend the program? He has no integrity.
My God.
And when people have dirt on you, you can't stand up on principle.
No.
Because everybody
And that is why.
No, true.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing. Why do you think the oil can go through? And why do you think there are many people all across the world who are going to Cuba right now? You know? I don't know if a lot of people realize that. And what Jamaica is going to find themselves, the position that they're going to find themselves in, is after, give it 2-3 years, and all the dust has settled, and everybody is back doing, you know, you're able to do things with Cuba. What are they going to do? Can they now reach back to Cuba, reach out to the Cuban government and say,
but it's not Uncle Cuba.
we would like to restart the program?
Venezuela.
The PNP administration,
Call
the
up.
Jamaica Labour Party administration.
With
Yes.
that, don't you want China Venezuela face to have
Yeah,
Venezuela?
Yes.
Exactly.
Help you.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is the problem we're having with this administration.
Hey, I'm telling you, you know, you see what Jamaica has done and the reputation that we now have in the Caribbean. I don't expect no neighbor to come to our aid in our time of crisis. You see the way we deal with Cuba? Listen, you have to understand, you know, we are all human beings. Yes, we're dealing with things on the country level. Hey, what's up, hey? We're dealing with things that somebody must go away. We just said that a while ago. I must go away. I make big money on YouTube. Tarifa, excuse me. What you know about my money on YouTube? What kind of big money? What is big money? Do you know the cost of my bills? What is big money? Am I making what? I'm making what? $1 million off YouTube a month? What is big money? Me see it, you know, but me have to wonder if I see him Terry for this. This must be, oh, this is a troll. Oh, I'm not pay you now. Come off on my page. If I just see him Tarifa, then I'm sorry for him or her. Hey, what's up? Because you talk about somebody with a pocket watch. Come off on my page. No, sir. That's not safe. The person say me make big money on YouTube. I first prefer it so. Hold on the TikTok, give me a second there. Go over to me YouTube and fix something. Mighty God. Just cause oh, it good? Oh, okay, good. Alright, so yeah, Daisy Magazine has said something very important there, so I'm gonna go back.
With that 31 time of Venezuela is to have
Yes.
like went out and
Exactly.
Alright, so yes, Rosie, yeah man, keep focus. Thank you for that. Thank you for the hey Angela, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, hey? One more smarty, Rosie, hey, and then smarty on TikTok name, hey, where is that support me? No. The way how we have dealt with our neighbors that have been good to us, Venezuela, Cuba, Jamaica is to me, if I was a neighbor of Jamaica, if I was a outside country, especially the ones that are closest to us, Venezuela and Cuba in particular, I wouldn't be surprised if they hold it against the Jamaica Labour Party, what they have done or not done on behalf, or like stand in solidarity with the Venezuelan. I would admit the Venezuela topic is kind of more stickier than the Cuban, because there's allegations of corruption in elections. There's allegations of some type of mafia drug ring. Those are the allegations. So I can understand to some extent the Venezuela thing. But still, Jamaica, I believe, was not as diplomatic as it could have been. Anyway, I'm not going to hold it too much against the Jamaica Labour Party. I'm going to be fair. But you see, Cuba, there's no excuses. There's absolutely no excuses. So when we look on that now, I say, yo, how you treat your friend, I judge you off of that. How you treat people who treat you good. I'm looking at the Jamaica Labour Party's loyalty. I'm looking at them being a selfish government and not understanding or appreciating the history between the two countries. And if it is that Venezuela should get back on their feet again in their independence and decide that, they're not going to be as welcoming to the Jamaicans. I don't know if you guys remember now. Venezuela was the first country to send a plane to Jamaica, Joy Evans, how you doing? Do you guys remember that Venezuela was the first country to send a plane to Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa? How many of you remember that? It came in the news. There was an article. There was a picture of the Venezuelan pilots with the Jamaica flag and the Venezuelan flag. No politician went out there and greeted and thanked the Venezuelan government. Good morning, Joycelyn. Right? Let me see if I can find it. Google. Venezuela send aid for Hurricane Melissa. Venezuela first to send aid after Hurricane Melissa. And you see, those are the things, Jamaica. Those are the things. Those are the things that we will be remembered for. Yeah, man. Those are the things that we will be remembered for. Here it is. Let me see. Instagram. trying to look at the date. The date which that this video was released. But Venezuela sends second ton of food aid to Jamaica. Oh, so so Venezuela sent two-time Venezuela sent stuff. But I remember there was a picture of Venezuela, Jamaica. Right? There was a picture of the Venezuelan plane and everything. Let me see, where is it? Ah, here it is, Facebook. Let me see the date on this Facebook post. November 3rd, Jamaica. On November 3rd, 2025. So you had the 28th, the 29th, the 31st of November, and then November 3rd, the Venezuelan government sent aid to Jamaica. And for the persons on OBS, let me just share the picture with you because you guys can see the thing, right? See it there? No Jamaica government official went out there. It was an embarrassing situation, Jamaica. Jamaica didn't want to touch Venezuela with a long pole. Do you know what Venezuela did for us when they serviced our debt? It gave us an opportunity to grow the economy. It gave us an opportunity to build infrastructure. When we got the oil, amount of things that Venezuela do for, and we got humanitarian aid from them, and the Jamaica Labour Party was such a weak jellyback government that none of the officials went out there, Jamaica, to greet the Venezuelan and say, officially, I want to thank you for being one of the first, if not the first, planes to get here with aid. I believe they were the first, November 3rd. That was just a day after the storm passed. Can't remember, so the storm will go on with itself on the 28th. Chang, big up. Right? The storm will take its time and a scroll past about 2 days. The storm there. Right? This is what the weak jellyback government do. Under Holness. Nobody was out there to greet the Venezuelans. And I'm telling you, this reputation is a stain on Jamaica. And we are going to pay for it. In our hardest time, we are going to pay for it. These countries, if they look out for themselves more and don't link with Jamaica, I don't blame them, especially if the Jamaica Labour Party is the one that is in government just because of them thing alone. You feel what I deal with? So Daisy Magazine is making an excellent point. You understand? Let's continue.
Help you?
Yes, yes. And that is the problem we're having with this administration, is that they have no integrity.
Like and share the live, guys.
To anybody.
Correct.
It's just like they go with any which way the wind blows.
Yes.
So they have no moral ground
Yes.
on which to stand. So
Yes.
anybody can come with anything and say
Yes.
anything to them. And
No.
you know who they throw under the bus? The people. Because it's the people who are suffering a moral ground on which to stand. So anybody can come with anything and say anything to them. And you know who they throw under the bus? The people. Because it's the people who are suffering now.
Yes.
Given what is happening with the Cuban doctor situation and what the politicians
Baby,
do,
one
they
more.
will speak disparagingly about him, because Marlon Morgan will not be affected by it, if he should get sick.
No, I don't know about that, when him having money, so you might be right. Black Beauty said, why would them? PM knew this was coming for Venezuela. Cuba in the meeting. Oh, I see what you're saying, Femi, thank you for the continued support, guys, on TikTok. Remember, press the join button, you understand? All 54 of you, press that join button right there if you haven't already. Let's continue.
He will not be affected.
Oh.
But other persons who vote them into office, they will be affected.
Oh,
so you see, they voted for their own downfall when they sold their votes for $5,000. The reward is the consequences of those actions. So on the one hand, you cannot feel sorry for them.
We need some milk.
The persons who vote them into office, they will be affected.
Oh,
So you see, they voted for their own downfall when they sold their votes for $5,000. This is the reward. This is the consequences of those actions. So on the one hand, you cannot feel sorry for them, but then all they have to feel compassion because those persons who wanted better for themselves did not support this. But they get caught up in it. Like I said, the good suffer with the bad. But we pray and move on. But you know, like they say, this too shall pass. Have a good evening.
Okay.
Solid call from Daisy, as usual. Solid. Big up Daisy Magazine. I know that voice anywhere. Anytime she touch the microphone on a platform. You know, Daisy Magazine used to be on Will Rattigan very regularly. And also Mystic Sensation. You understand? Big up Daisy Magazine. Yeah, man.
How do we as a small nation, depending on oil, navigate this period? Because since the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister are not telling us, maybe we need to tell them. How we going to handle this rally?
Well, they have to either provide targeted assistance to some people or reduce the tax on petroleum products. That is being done right across the world, Australia, UK, and all of those things. You can't be talking about balancing the budget at this time when we have this massive international crisis. They have 3.6 billion lined up, so they could easily reduce the tax on petroleum products in order to give the economy a break from higher inflation, higher interest rates, and a deeper recession than is necessary.
Raleigh. Yeah. Thanks, Raleigh. Raleigh. And a number of us, we have a lot of motorists here in Jamaica. And a number of us have been paid the $7.50 per litre for the eggs that we are not enjoying.
Thank you, Carl.
It would be too much to ask the government to relieve us of the $7.50 per litre, even for a temporary period of 6 months or so.
But that's
the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making. Most countries are doing that.
So in the year where Ralston and I say Jamaica, most countries are giving road users, the persons who use fuel for them cars, some type of temporary break. And you know what's funny though? If this government had any vision, they would have left they would have funded the fuel insurance policy that the People's National Party, I think specifically Omar Davis or Peter Phillips, one of them had the wisdom to take out, just like how them take out insurance for disaster and hurricane, and take out insurance on the fuel them. So there was an edge tax, and then the edge tax on the fuel would have funded the insurance policy. So now, when we're in this time, we would need that insurance policy to keep down the prices of fuel with the insurance in this challenging time. But the Jamaica Labour Party decided to end that. Mr. Mark Jefferson Golding, Sir Mark Jefferson Golding, was talking about it on Colin Bell's show recently, that edge tax and other persons have been talking about it. First, we need to acknowledge that there's a problem. The PM need to be honest with the people. Yes, because it's hard times coming, and that's why I'm even focused on these things, And I know there's other people out there raising the warning signs, and I'm just doing my part. I'm telling you, Jamaica, we have to be prepared as best as we can. Water storage, food, plant food, food storage, money. Your money in your pocket. Me not talk about money in the bank. Me talk about money tucked away somewhere. Right? The potential attacks that might be coming in around the Western world because of what is happening in Iran. They might not want to tell you if they get attacked, for obvious reasons. Because it will look embarrassing upon them if them get attacked by the forces and agents of their enemies that is in the east. You feel me I deal with? to hamper anything, but you know, when it comes to warfare, Jamaica, you never know. You never know where the attack might come from, especially when you're dealing with these types of people. So that is going to, those potential attacks might further destabilize, not might, will further destabilize the situation economically, right? If people, this might be the pandemic all over again or even worse, like where Rasta Nyman is saying. If I'm being totally honest, I heard him say it a couple of times the other day. This situation might be worse than the pandemic because it affects every single thing. Travel is being affected in Jamaica, obviously. Make sure say have a cash in on Black Beauty, man. Tell you. Make sure say Kevin Smith did warn about certain things. Apostle Jeffrey Shuttleworth warned me. Pastor Peter Chambers warned me. Mark Stewart warned me. And they told us what we needed to prepare ourselves. And there's many other women and women of God all over the country, all over the world that has gotten message for Jamaica. Yeah. All over the world. It's a very, very serious time. So the Jamaica Labour Party discontinued funding the insurance on gas price. That would have been critical for us now to keep our gas prices down. Oh, and another thing that I learned from Ralston Hyman. You know that the Jamaica to US dollar, our dollar is dropping and the US dollar is rising. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So that only gonna make things worse for us. Why? Because we import so much things. So when you're going to need money for your importation bill, you have to pay it in US, you know. And now the US dollars cost more. So that's more money coming out of. Let me tell you something, man. We in a ratty trouble, Jamaica. Let me tell you bluntly, we in our ratty trouble. It not go normal. This thing continue, it not go normal. Me say me get one light bill, I know me head hurt me. You hear me say? Me get one light bill, me say I know me head hurt me. No look a joke. It terrible, Jamaica. It terrible. True.
Yeah, man, most countries are doing that. That is what is required right now.
But, and Ronnie, just I know we're talking economics in general, but can you share with our people how the present accusation of what is taking place out in the constituency of Central Kingston with a member of the political executive, the government, how that impact dovetail into impacting the economy generally?
Well, I mean, if we continue in this era where money is being misallocated, then that have a negative impact on the economy, because if you don't have enough money and you're wasting money and money is disappearing in a strange way, then that will have a negative impact on the economy. Government won't be able to deliver the services that they are supposed to be delivering on the people's taxes, and that affects confidence, economic activity, everything that is.
I love that question from Obi. He's talking about the Donovan Williams situation with Rosalino. How those types of activities affect the economy. So, yeah, it has to be a negative and a big negative as well. Here we are. Good morning, Joanne. Here we are. What's up, Monica? How you doing? So we have to go solar soon. No, Monica, we should have been done that. And there was cause for that years ago. As a top mother, how are you? Morning. There was cause for us to go to the solar, the wind, and the water. But, you know, nothing was built out. There was no plan or execution. If you can say, all right, the project is 30% complete, or the project is 50% complete. You know, just like how the People's National Party went out and transformed this so we can go live on multiple platforms, you know. this was not a possibility until the People's National Party did it. You understand? So I'm just saying, look how much revenue persons are earning from the fact that we have cell phones and good service. Yeah, we should have long time ago gone to solar Febby. But this is our reality. We are 10,000 steps behind. The people that are in power, they have no vision. That is what it boils down to, you know. Vision. Only talking. Only talking. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, we are aware. Sorry, Colin. Can I continue?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
We are aware that we operate an innocent fantasy.
Yes, sir.
So we are not trying.
Hold on. One look at birdie. Boops me and choops me and make me know, say, the PAAC meeting hot. Hold on, the people, make me go over there. Where you say Auditor General over there? Aye. Make a hear what I go on over here, so. Because them things have to do with the economy same way. Let me hear what I go on over here, so Jamaica. We're going to switch focus. Thank you so much, my supporter. Thank you for letting me know what's actually going on there. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Let me see.
Systems are put in place where just paying a company $90,000 US dollars, getting nothing for it, and it's just a brush off kind of a thing.
Nothing.
I really.
No, hold on there. Wait. Hold on there. I thought Spicy Janet was going. No. You say I'm listening part about the road call us. Hold on there. Wait. I mean, Sergi, big up. Are you telling me that Juliet Cuthbert is out here? Juliet Cuthbert attack. Juliet Cuthbert. We are part of the most corrupt party in Jamaica. In the world, as a matter of fact. Then probably they are top 50 to all them corrupt. I really see that attack. Me want to hear from the Auditor General. Hold on there. You give me a second. Let me see what I'm going to say. No, man.
There's clearly a need for change here, given where the funds are coming from and the need to protect the interests of taxpayers' monies in this regard. But let me, Member Frank, go ahead. Why you turn up? Don't turn off your mic. Go ahead, Member.
Thank you.
Bring the thing closer to you. So
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My understanding in respect of the work of the internal auditor, I understand is not that you are there to audit and give a report, but I think the internal auditor, his or her position really is to look at the day-to-day transactions and to ensure that you can mitigate against what we are seeing or what we are hearing now in terms of the findings. So for me, I'm kind of trying to understand when you say that you reported, you have captured some of these situations and you would have reported, but
not this man did allegedly tell lie upon Damien Crawford. All me can't trust not where I come out of him out, you know. Now this man allegedly tell lie upon Damien Crawford in the whole scheme of, and he's supposed to be, he's supposed to be somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Where they on YouTube on Bolo and OBS right now, on the live there. Because 4 live me on TikTok, 2 times on YouTube Bolo and 2.2 and 1 on Bolo and clips. Somebody, that brother we attack right now, isn't this man the man that allegedly tell lie upon Damien Crawford? One big lie. We could have landed Damien Crawford in a prison if there wasn't video evidence. Now him, because my memory know somebody know, let me know if I in Jamaica.
I believe that the internal audit is to look at the transaction as they go through the various departments and to mitigate against what we are seeing here today. I would love for you to give me some direction in relation to that.
I mean, he can identify and make recommendations, but he can't implement.
No, I'm saying you're right. So if you identify a problem, there's something wrong with a particular transaction, and you identify it as the internal auditor, then that transaction should not have gone through, so that we are here today looking at.
No, generally.
I'm so confused.
I'll allow to explain, but generally.
Internal auditor who sits in the ministry.
No, I'll allow them, but my understanding is they're.
All one general auditor will stop something from go through. An auditor looks at something after the fact, and make recommendations so it doesn't happen again. The recommendation is to help you to plug that gap. Because you know what Jonas love to talk about gap. The recommendation is to help you to plug that gap. So I don't understand what you must say this. So that sounds kind of weird what you must say.
Their processes tend to be post fact or after the fact. So you would be able to.
That's not my understanding.
Well, all right, I'll invite the
So hold on there. How comes that him alone understand it differently? No, this is embarrassing, Jimmy. No, brethren, no disrespect, but if me and a politician and me understand that, you need to come out of politics.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
Nah, bro.
the CEO to.
You're correct,
No.
Chair. That's exactly how it works. It is after that the
Yes.
auditors will come in to do their work, to review what has taken place over a past time period.
Yes.
Also, what you'll find, some reason why some of these transactions would not have been picked up by the internal audit department is that they took place outside of the university. So the use of like the tax status, the tax status was not processed internally.
Well, you're opening up a can of worms that you can't really close.
So Jamaica, them going at the UHWI business too? No. This a meeting at Antonio Wagwan. This a meeting at. Me never know say them something I go on today. Whoa, yo.
I'm going to have to elaborate on that.
That's exactly
I'm waiting to go issue by issue, so let me wait.
No wonder the labor right there is so vocal. Because them a try to throw the PMP under the bus. But one thing me know, I know we don't know who own the other company them at the UHWI that was mentioned in the report. Antonio R. Big up. I know we don't know who own the company them in Jamaica. Want to share this live with 3 or 4 persons. We don't know. I know. But more I catch Auditor General talk one at a time. Hold on there.
It's set by the head of entity. The practice is for that limit to be
Current guideline dictate.
I remember cousins.
That's a long time because you can destroy the minutes and the ministry would not be the only entity who would have the minutes. The minutes would originate from the particular department of the ministry of the
Venlo,
So
good
when
morning.
the minutes go to the region and the minister, and it comes to the attention, speculating that the issue arises from the minutes of the meeting and there's no action, then the region could have stepped in at that stage, or the minister, correct?
No, the region should have stepped in before. In case of a region, the region ought to have stepped in before because we get the minutes of the regional boards.
Yeah.
Just like we should get the minutes of the
So it goes to the region and the minister. It misses the attention, or the region omits to peruse that minute thoroughly.
Hi,
But
Sherry.
the minister, who gets a copy of that report, when he looks at that report and he identifies that there's an issue that has not been addressed, what is the next step? What is the procedure from it?
Well, I can't speak for the minister,
Yeah.
but the minister have representatives on the board. He appoints the board members. He appoints the chairman. The permanent secretary.
Bangarang Jamaica, you hear that? This a man a throw when him Christopher Tufton under the bus. Oh my God. So if you appoint somebody to the board, you're supposed to have the information. You're supposed to be in tune with what is going on in the UHWI. And that the man is saying indirectly, play it again. play it again, Jamaica. No man, this sweet.
What is the procedure for?
Well, I can't speak for the minister.
Yeah.
But the minister have representatives on the board. He appoints the board members. He appoints the chairman. The permanent secretary has a representative on most boards.
You have an ex officio generally for most boards?
No. We have for most boards, the permanent secretary have a representative on the regional boards. The CMO is a member of the University Hospital Board by virtue of her being the chief medical officer of Jamaica. When things happen at the board meeting, it is a responsibility, if there is something of concern, for the chairman to speak to the minister appoints the chairman, for the chairman to speak to the minister.
Jamaica, wanna see why their meeting is so important? The chairman is the one that is supposed to communicate with the minister of health. Because I him appoint them. And the UHW I them talk about that so. Because remember this man say open up a can of worms. So the UHW I them talk about, you know. Bangarang. Let's hear more Jamaica. Christopher Tufton can't escape this judgment in terms of responsibility. He must resign. He thinks he can stay quiet and talk about how he wait for Holness to fall, to come and take up leadership. He can cock up. Nobody with him. As a matter of fact, I even get into that. God has work. All of them going down. Let's continue. I'm not even waste of time on that.
There is a matter that is egregious or needs the minister's attention.
Oh, thank you, Chairman.
Minister appoints the chairman, for the chairman to speak to the minister. If there is a matter that is egregious or needs the minister's attention.
Oh, thank you, Chairman. And so,
wow.
Yes, so all road lead back to the minister.
Yes!
I would not say that because the minister cannot micromanage. The minister appoints a board. Ought to, because the board is chaired by somebody who's appointed.
No. This person here can't be a sensible smarty. What happened to the PMP, the hurricane money where PMP steal? Boy, the labor right them really desperate. The labor right them desperate. Hold on there. Let me fix your business. Stick around. Because nobody now accuse the PMP of stealing any hurricane money. Nobody. There's no evidence of that. There's no report of that. Which hurricane money? After PMP and the government, may we make it listen to about some money we are thief coming from the labor right them. Listen to this. Listen to this. As the world turns. Listen to this. Listen to this, Leroy. Or PMP.
Tell me that. You told him that you gave me money. And I said to Ramon, Donovan never give me any money.
Yes.
Donovan don't give me money. Donovan give me projects.
Yes.
He expect me to take the money. But
yes.
The people was always paramount. When I tell them...
Okay, according to Rosie, Donovan expect Rosie to take the money, but Rosie said, the people is paramount and I have to take care of the people. You remember good, this is a labor right, I talk about a labor right. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stone. Because no glass on the PMP right now under Mark Jefferson Golden. Nobody can say under Mark Jefferson Golden leadership, people within the People's National Party feel comfortable if they had any intention of stealing, which they haven't gone in government yet. Under Mark Jefferson Golden, any single member of the People's National Party, if they have any intention of coming into politics to scrape, remember me tell you, say, them afraid of that man because he is the integrity boss. Look what happened to Dennis Meadows. Dennis Meadows only uttered support for scammers. You hear what me say? And him lose him opportunity to run for the People's National Party in the seat. If you make a next comment like that, me go block you. sit down in a class and learn and have sense, labor right. What you talking about? What hurricane money you talking about? The People's National Party don't handle no hurricane money. The People's National Party had what? A system in place to get donations, right? To do their part in the gaps where they saw the Jamaica Labour Party was not doing their part. And we have seen Mark Golding, and they have them auditors every year, them audit everything. So those statements are going to come out at the end of the year, right? The end of the financial year for them. So those statements are out, it's public. All of the donations, it's all gonna be there. Me not worry about that. This is the integrity boss. You understand? So make sure say after Nara and all of them something, make sure say every last dollar, every trillion of all the billions and trillions of dollars where the Jamaica Labour Party get from overseas, all of the material them where them get, make sure say none of them not stolen, you know. Make sure say they not give none of them to their friend and then baby mother and then market me. Make sure say every single dollar accounted for. Because me sure say every single dollar accounted for where the efforts of the People's National Party is concerned. But in a year party, this is the bangarang.
How much money I give the people them all the time. Him tell me when me I give so much money for. Me figure $6,000, me give $7,000. I always tell Donovan that can't help nobody.
Yes.
I always tell him, so Donovan that cannot help nobody.
Yes.
The people them never used to that from me. And them used to it from you.
What's up, Saturday?
The other day, in a Christmas, I gave you a budget.
Thank you, Poison Ivy.
Not this Christmas, last year Christmas.
Yes.
I gave you a budget.
Yes.
For the Christmas work.
Ah.
No, it never have on anything for the old people them and this and that, apart from the treat when they go. And I knew that.
Can't take the call, man. Who that a call, man?
Somebody did forget $5,000, $50,000 each. Ramon did forget 50,000. Chris did forget 50,000, and Yo-Yo was forget 50,000. Everybody else get their money apart from those 3 persons.
Jeez and peace, man.
I shared that money and give the old people them.
What is?
To give out. The people them some $5,000. You told Ramon that I gave you a list with Ramon's name on it, that Ramon was to get money. Ramon asked me 1 time, I did not answer him. He asked me 2 times, I did not answer him. The 3rd time he bring it up to me that you told him that I had his name on a paper to get $50,000. I told him yes. I said, Ramon, did you tell Donovan that you got the money? No. I said, January when the gully did a clean in a Raytown. I told Yo-Yo, because I go foreign and leave the money. I told Yo-Yo, give Ramon 50,000.
Anytime the labor right come from my page I talk about PMP and money, I'm going to rub on out with the order. Don't come over here until you fix this in a Central Kingston. Don't come over here. This fresh like tooth, hey, you think I win a power? I own no corruption in a power, no corrupt government. Eh? Uno don't come over here and go rub on out with this audio. Uno will have no peace. Hear what Rosie say?
Give Chris $50,000 and you take your $50,000 and make him pay out the rest of money. I asked Ramon the question if they tell you say him the get money and he said no. Ramon got him Christmas money in January. Ask Liad Ramon. Ask Carrie News and Carrie got bring come Ramon. Ask him if he never get the $50,000 afterwards. So when you conspire and you are him tell you say never get no money Christmas and you are telling say me give a list. Yes, I gave you the list with Ramon name on it. But I diverted the money, Yo-Yo, Chris and Ramon money to the poor, the old people in the area when need it. But January Ramon got back the money and I told you Donovan that I gave Ramon and you asked me why me give him $50,000. Remember, when I told you that never give them it, you asked me why I never give Ramon $50,000. Liar, Carrie News, Donovan, thief in Donovan. You hear me? I want you to stop calling me name. I'm going to open up your files in the public. The package, the money where you get for the packages, where you sign up all kind of things, and you give Ramon them to sign. And Ramon come back and tell me, say, nothing where you put on the paper is true, is lie. Remember, you did not get them to sign, and Ramon, you did not get them to sign. So,
Labor right, you hear that? We come from my page and talk about PMP and hurricane money. Yo, Tada, with the allegation. Talk about them allegation are coming from the arse's mouth of the Jamaica Labour Party. Talk about this fraudulent documentation, allegedly. What about, I mean, I ring you out some more, because you're Tada. Come again.
All the things them when we know about your false documents them, and Ramon tell me.
Hey!
You hear me? I tell you not to leave my name alone.
Listen.
You see, I do, I'm not paying on mind.
Listen.
After I done talk the things them. Man. When Ramon tell me about you thieving Donovan.
My thing. What you call him? Thieving Donovan, not my word. You will never hear nobody call Mark Golden thieving Mark Golden. I have no merit behind it. You'll never hear that. Them can call him that, but it has no merit. There's no evidence of Mark Golden stealing. But Donovan Williams is quite questionable because he name come up on the Integrity Commission report, you know, from Andrew Holness, you know. Remember, say a tree company, him are the secretary for, you know. I remember say the other day with the drill, you know. Right? We film name there on the company, you know. And him say, you know, him there on the company, you know. And now him name come off of the company according to them, you know. So you can't mix, and that is illegal, by the way. That is illegal. There's a law that is there to make sure, say, we know publicly who owns these companies that is getting government contract. You hear woman say then he's mongrel Donovan, thieving Donovan. Not my word. Not my word. So labor right, if you don't want me rub on the out, don't come for me page contact foolishness about PNP. I'm going to rub on the out with the blouse and skirt audio. I'm making to remind you what time it is. Fix on the house, get in the house in order. And don't mix PMP. Because any day PMP in a no corruption, Bolo is going to be the loudest voice. If you burn them out. Me, no play them game there. Rosalie a Capricorn, me a Capricorn too. You hear me say? Me no run them joke, them me not support no corruption from nobody. Go away. Go away. We need to clean up Jamaica. Fix up on the yard.
In the public. In the public, me I go with it. In the public.
Because you cause all of this. I'm never did come for Rosie time today. Right? Are you cause all of this? But me have your time. I'm spending time on it.
When the time comes. Just continue.
Yes.
Just continue. You want a peaceful transition? Take the peaceful transition.
Yes.
And do what you do because you can't stay in a central place.
Yes.
Me have a campaign that you lose. So you have to get rid of you.
Yes.
You me have to get rid of.
Yes.
After that.
Yes.
Oh, leave me alone.
Yes.
I realize that you is lying and Ramon is lying.
Embarrassing.
I am
We need some milk.
Ramon. Not because him have a political ambition, and nothing is wrong with that. But Ramon been telling lies all the time. The amount of things where Ramon tell me about you, Donovan.
Yes.
Where you are thief the people that the taxpayers' money.
Yes.
Him for sign and Ramon.
Labor right. Don't you hear that? A labor. Philippa Wagwan. Labor right. I say labor right. A thief taxpayer money. Not my word. Down to my man, they will come from Colin Bell show. All him. Yes, Sir G, definitely. All him Jamaica. The man who come from Colin Bell show, the labor right brother. I admit last night on him program said, when you see so much money I come through, you have to, you know, hold on there. So this is somebody I eat that. Mark Golden not even drink. You see, the labor right them not have, what do you, Mark needs to stop drinking for, yo, Jano, let me stay over here now. If you say something else foolish or out of the way, Mark Golden doesn't drink, it's against his religion. The man don't drink, the man is a sober individual that be a water and him drink and juice. The man don't drink alcohol, the man is a disciplined person. Get your facts straight, him don't drink. This thing with the propaganda with the labor right them come out with and I talk about him a rummed and them something there. And just because Mark Golden no them not have no money for him take from them and you know what we call it political gimmickry. So him just brush it off. You understand what I say? Loris, big up yourself. Thank you for the follow. Zine? Yeah, so back to Rosie, because hear what Rosie has said now. We now get distracted by the labor right there.
The amount of things where Ramon tell me about you, Donovan. Where you a thief the people that the taxpayers' money and I give him for sign. And Ramon talk. Say his peer lie upon the things then. And if I know you want Ramon things, the amount of things where Ramon tell me about you. And let me tell you something. Me not say nothing. Me a wait for the time because everything I go come out in the public.
Yes.
Everything I go come out in the public. Thief in Donovan. Remember me know everything where you thief and how you get it. You have the audacity for ask me the other day if you did get money. When you get the money, they contract them up the road to fix up a Wildman Street, Sutton Street and in Alman Town. When you tell me to get the contractor and me get the contractor, Donovan, you forgot say when me give you the contractor number and you and the man talk. After you and the man talk, the man come back to me and said to me, Sir Rosie, you have to ask the MP how much money he want out of the money. Me say, I saw it go. Him say, yes, I saw it go. And when I came to you and asked you how much money you want out of it, I saw it go. Him say, yes, I saw it go. And when I came to you and asked you how much money you want out of it, you tell me $1.5 million.
$1.5 million Rosie said Donovan said he want out a road contract money. Jamaica, all the blur not road them for fix. All the road them for fix good. If a MP, one MP out of how much MP in a Jamaica, potentially, allegedly, a thief with tax dollar. If one MP want to take $1.5 million off of one local road project, all the road them are going to fix. Want to see why the road them bad, Jamaica? Want to see why the road them bad? Denise, big up yourself. Me see how working now. You're moderate. I don't have time for you liberate them. We are chat foolishness and I try to distract the thing. And them thing we are talk about. All them thing go, all them allegation go. MOCA, Integrity Commission, FID, all of the relevant agencies, we are calling on UNO to investigate these accusations thoroughly. David, big up yourself. We are calling on UNO to investigate these allegations. This is dangerous. You understand? Alright, I rub them out enough. Let's continue Jamaica upon this PAC meeting after a little bit. But you want to hear the Auditor General talk, you know. You see our face pop up on our time.
Who is complicit and or culpable, and what is the head of procurement saying in these matters? Thank you. And all of these breaches. Now let us look at management's response, which I am of the view.
Just procedurally, right. Before you came in, what I intended to do was go through them one by one.
Hold on, Chair. Yeah. Allow me. I'm getting there. I'm of the view that the management's response in this instance is somewhat in parts incongruous. 28 missing files located, efforts ongoing to locate missing files, instructions issued to discontinue identified practices, and so on. What were the consequent actions pertinent to these breaches identified in the audit findings, and who is complicit and or culpable, and what is the head of procurement saying in these matters? Thank you.
Well, I'll invite the acting CEO to comment, and as he said, he's new to the position, but he can. But the team is here that can support him.
But Jamaica, here them are something here. Where the brother there? Where? What's up, Jamaica and Amari? Where is the man that was in charge of the UHWI where Tufton put there? And him for the end of the PAAC meeting. So because him dey on leave and this a go on, the acting person supposed to get the smoke? No, this is unacceptable. If that man is not fired, Jamaica, we have to rise up and tell them and say, yo, this can't continue. We can't allow these things to continue. I UNO have the power. UNO have the power. You had the power September 3rd and you gave back the power to the corrupt government. Right? So watch out. We have a suffer. Let's continue.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Member. I did state in my opening remarks, I'm not sure if you were here, that there is a committee formed by the board the Catherine Fifth Committee that is investigating the matters related to the Auditor General's report and to identify staff members who may be liable or culpable in the instances and then make recommendation as to the actions that should be taken. There is also the police and the customs who are involved along with the Integrity Commission who are doing their investigation to identify where there may be anything related to any illegal practice and to take the necessary action. So we are awaiting those response. As I explained, Mr. Chair, we have received one report only from customs today, and they have said they will be coming to us with the others. And we received that just on Friday of last week, sorry. So there are things being put in place, and we have changed a lot of the procedures. We have done some training for the staff, a serious amount of training during that time, and we have issued letters to persons to cease and desist from certain activities.
All right, members, we have spent about an hour and 15 minutes. Just under. No, man, I asked many pertinent questions that were on your mind, right? And I could read your mind. What I want to go to know, I wanted to go to the specific findings, but you have a question? Okay, go ahead.
I just wanted a follow-up on the audit findings on procurement documentation.
What's up, Martha? What's up, Martha? How are you doing? Over TT, that Mark needs to start appointing people to request investigations and asking for charges to file against it. No, but Mark Golding does that. He was the one that requested the Integrity Commission to investigate Darrell Vaz and the boss them. Yeah, man, Mark Golding does that, man. Where the evidence, him see the evidence, he does that. If it's man, you know, you look on it and say, no, but we need to look at this. He do that, man.
Auditor General and to the ministry, they were contracted because their contract could not be located at the time, as well as we were able to obtain a preliminary report from them in February of this year.
So Kerry Spence just made an excellent point. Yeah, too much is going on, but that is the reality when you have such a corrupt government, right? Kerry Spence says, so we are paying two persons for one work. One on leave and the other we cannot get any answers. Two people getting paid for our work and no one to answer the questions. Excellent point, Kerry Spence. Excellent point. Shelly B, what's up, my baby? How you doing?
And also a copy of the contract. They signed the contract. So there was a contract but not signed. We were able to provide a copy of the signed contract and the preliminary report from the second. And the second one was there to provide an operation plan as well as a turnaround plan for the hospital in terms of its viability from a financial standpoint, because at this moment it is not in the best shape.
So,
and yes.
So the signed the contract was done after the findings of the Auditor General. That's what you're saying?
No, it was this it was found after, but it was signed before the Auditor General's finding. But it wasn't presented. It was not presented. So it was there. What we're seeing, it was signed before, but it was not presented to the contract. The signed contract was not presented to the Auditor General.
Giving thanks.
Can the Auditor General respond to that, please?
Yes, let me hear from the Auditor General.
I just need a bit of clarification. What is it that was present, that was missing, that was found?
The signed contract?
Contract?
Yes.
Okay, so I was speaking about the contract or strategic plan.
Strategic plan as well as the two consultants who were hired.
Big up.
Right, so okay, fine. All right, so let me speak about the strategic plan and the operational review, because we spoke about not seeing an approved strategic plan.
Yes.
Jamaica, not only do we have an intelligent Auditor General, but my goodness, she is gorgeous. She is gorgeous, Jamaica. We are very lucky, you know. We should pray for this lady, you know, that the Lord protect and bless her. Winifred Wagwan, we should pray for this lady, Jamaica. She needs God's covering if she don't have it already. She's doing a great work for us as the people of Jamaica to hold government entities accountable. I wish she had more powers to implement or mandate implementations of her recommendations. I wish it was in the law that her powers extended to that level. Because as a woman of integrity, you know, the things that she has recommended them to do, we would be in a greater space right now. The roads would be fixed. They would not thief up so much money. The hospital, they would have equipment. You know, who if you get locked up. Stuff like that, you know. All these criminals would be in behind bars and their assets seized, you know. Big up the Auditor General.
We spoke about not seen and approved strategic and the concern. Right, so okay, fine. All right, so let me speak about the strategic plan and the operational review, because we spoke about not seen and approved strategic plan.
Yes.
So an entity was engaged to undertake a strategic review.
That's right.
And transformational review as well.
Yes.
No. One was
strategic and operational.
No, one was for operation and turnaround. One was for strategic and transformational,
yes.
and produce a transformational plan. Yes. But that's not a strategic plan. Sorry. So we did not see the strategic plan. My colleague is letting me know that the intent was to use the strategic review and transformation plan to inform the strategic plan, but we didn't see an approved strategic plan. No, for the operations review.
All right, just for clarity here, you used the word approved a couple of times. Is it that it existed but was not approved by the entity?
It was not approved by the board.
It was not approved by the board,
no.
But it existed.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
So it's all draft, but no.
Okay, so there was a draft report.
The draft presented to the board, but the board did not accept it and did not approve it.
Okay.
But the second one,
the operations review
and the
development of the turnaround plan. We have not seen the turnaround plan. We haven't seen that plan. But last
week, man, tap up the screen, please. That's right.
Operations review document.
That is correct. Along with the signed contract between us and the person doing that.
Okay. We've seen the developed turnaround.
Okay.
But the second one,
the operations review
and the turnaround.
Development of the turnaround plan. We have not seen the turnaround plan. We haven't seen that plan. But last week we received a draft operations document.
That is correct. Along with the signed contract between us and the person doing that.
Okay, so we were of the impression that the consultant failed to provide the document at the time that should have been provided, but they submitted it in February 2026.
So
that's my understanding.
Let me, so I can be clear. There were two consultants engaged.
That's right.
One provided a plan which went to the board but was not approved by the board.
Strategic plan.
The strategy wasn't approved by the board, but they delivered something, but the board didn't sign off on it. The second one, you said the document itself was just provided 2 months ago, February, last month?
Last week.
And my understanding is that it was submitted. The draft, what we saw, a draft document. Right, and let's just put this into context because this contract was 2024 and the document should have, because as you know, a turnaround means that you need to address something, so it should have been produced 4 months after. We received it last.
Yeah, so the question is...
Damn! Context really matters. This was a contract from 2024 and it is supposed to be produced 4 months after. And in a 2026 February, it produced Bangarang. You see? It's one thing reading the Auditor General report. You know? It's another thing listening to the PAAC meeting where she speaks and gives context. So you understand why she's concerned. Because she's seeing these practices and she understands that the potential level of corruption that can be yielded from these practices is dangerous to the Jamaican interests, to the people's interests. It is dangerous. Mighty God.
Is the consultant fully paid?
No. He has been paid 50%.
It's after. We received it last.
Yeah, so the question is on the second one. Was the consultant fully paid?
No. He has been paid 50%. So the first one, the total amount was approximately 90,000 US. On the second one, the total amount was approximately 180,000 US. So the first one was paid 90, and the second one was paid another 90, which comes up to about the 186,000. Now, so the second one has received half the payment. We well, up to the time when I came, we had not received any report, but he provided us with an interim draft report.
Hold on, Mr. Hussein. When was he contracted, or she?
In 2024.
So it took 2 years on the Auditor General report.
End of 2024, sorry.
2 years on the Auditor General report to get a draft? After him get 50% of money?
50%.
Yeah, but it's 50% of his money.
Yes.
For the entity to get something?
What about it?
That is correct. Yeah.
Really,
Oh boy. All right, I just wanted to be clear, because that is crazy. That you could pay 50% almost 2 years, and only because the Auditor General goes in that he produces that report after getting 50% of money? Madness that.
Yeah,
Madness that.
Yes. It points again to a broader systemic problem. Member Morrison would have raised the full listing. Yes. Yeah, it points again to a fundamental problem, which I don't want to blame you or the hospital officers directly, but there is a need for, and as we deep dive into further things, because we may have to come back.
Don't lock the gate here.
Because there are a lot of issues that are here.
Don't lock the
needs
gate.
to be properly ventilated, as Member Morrison is saying, so that the public understands it. But what is being painted is just, a free-for-all and a broad. Yes. Thank you.
I remember Miller.
I want to find out how often is the procurement committee in place? How often do they meet? And why is it that there was no procurement plan in place? And how the procurement committee went about approving contracts if you don't have records? So I don't know if you'll be able to help me or...
Yes. The procurement committee meets every fortnight on a scheduled basis, but there are circumstances that may require them to meet even within that time period because of urgency of matters. They will, what is presented to them, anything over the 3 million threshold that the Ministry of Finance highlighted, will have to go and be reviewed by them. And that is what they use to operate. There are minutes of their meetings. There in the past, some were not, things as the auditors said, were not in the minutes because they were not presented to the procurement committee for review.
So how did the procurement committee go about?
I'm a Bolo man. Me there home. Can get one. Yeah man. Jamaica. I love the fact that this thing is being ventilated and see one of our beautiful, intelligent MPs from over there. Yes. Them tried to bully her the other day in Parliament, but it never worked. Favor Williams start roll her neck. Make we know so she's spicy and sassy. Things don't look good, Sonia. Don't look good at all. Can't tell you that right now. Things don't look good at all. See me can call me driver. Hopefully he'll pick up. And we'll call him for my line phone because I'm calling him for the digital boy, man. I tell you, rain and fall Jamaica. Look like rain and fall all over the island. Look like rain and fall all over the island. TikTok, thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting. You go put yourself. I don't see nobody move. You go on good. You go on good. 3 persons them from Bolo and 2 points.
Received it, reviewed it, and made a decision on it.
Very well. So the procurement committee then was circumvented in this process?
In some cases.
All right, member corporate.
Yeah, I just want to kind.
The procurement committee was circumvented in some cases. Mighty God. I have to move on, Jamaica. I have to move on. See? Let me share my screen. So, Lord have mercy, not that. Right there, so. I don't know what I'm going with this phone about. All type of thing happen, brother. Don't lie. All type of thing happen. Jamaica, wanna hear me? Over there, so wanna hear me? Oh, gosh. I'm going to show off the whole program. I'm not no credit, yeah, man. I try to put my mother, but I'm not no credit. When they call it Destiny Helper, is there any Destiny Helper out there that want to send Bolo some credit on his 451-356535 page? Number 876-451-6535. You can send me some credit, alright? Oh, we're back. Here we go. We're fully back now. Awesome. Yeah, let me see what's going on here. Turn on my camera. I want to listen to that story of Jamaica. First of all, this right here. Where's story there? No, not that one there. This I want here. This.
Come back and continue the news. An appeal for help from a young man this evening who contends that he's been terrorized by the Cuban police. He fears if the authorities do not intervene, he will be killed soon. But as you'll hear in this report, the case stems from an apparent mix-up in the JCF's Wanted Persons campaign.
I'm afraid. Yeah, to the time I see a different person is coming to me, I know, him and I know for real.
Afraid because he's convinced he's been marked for death by the police. The young man claims the threats came straight from the proverbial horse's mouth.
And then my father say, each one must stay my baby mother. Each one must stay my baby mother. I tell my father say, oh, look, he say, oh, they take me for under so. Because if they didn't go and catch me doing so, they'd kill me.
He believes the frightening case of mistaken identity stems from these posts. This is Javon Sims, a man wanted by the police in St. James since last year in connection with murder and escaping custody. Weeks ago, Javon Antonio Sims's picture and name started circulating in relation to the same offenses. Javon from Clarendon says he was never in prison, which necessitated him escaping custody, nor is he tied to a murder matter. Javon.
So Jamaica, Javon Antonio Sims and Javon Sims is two different persons. Javon Antonio Sims and Javon Sims is two different persons, Jamaica. Two different people. This is the second time now we're having a mistaken identity on the wanted list. When are we going to fix this problem, raise an alarm before innocent youth dies? Listen to the story.
He's a construction worker who works daily with his father, which is why he and his father immediately went to the Mapen police station to get the matter clarified. They got this signed document from the Clarendon police declaring Javon Antonio Sims is not a wanted person.
So the youth go to the police station with his father to clear up his name, then give him a paper that with the signature, the number of the officer, them email address and everything. Anybody stop him and thinks him as police, and you know so that dangerous. Because if them think him a criminal, they might just shoot him and kill him, you know. In a Jamaica, criminals don't go in front of the court, you know. Under Andrew Holness, you know, they meet the maker first and then meet the judge. They do things in a reverse. You feel what I deal with? So now a mistaken identity right now could have cost this youth time life. This is the second case that we're knowing about. And that is alarming, you know. You know why? You remember Orlando Gray? I'm going to play a film interview. Zine. The youth traumatizing reputation. The two of the youth, them have similar stories. Them work. Them are like them in a construction. Them are Christian. Right? Them very humble. But yet still for them name I get find out and I put out in a wanted list on the Jamaica Constabulary Force Instagram website. Is the second case this not less than a year. Right? This is alarm in Jamaica. Me tell you already, you know. Remember, you know, when people are run up them mouth, you know, about this police force, you know, and the abuse and everything, you know. Me say all these people have to do is the way how una think about it and I make excuses to the police them and una co-sign to them for just take people life and be judge, jury and executioner. Me tell you no, me say innocent people can easily be labeled as criminals, right? And then they lose their life, especially if they're not in league with the corrupt government that can be used as a weapon to eliminate people. I said it and I stand on it. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. Make we play some more.
But he says that does not stop the police from targeting and terrorizing him.
Yeah,
should we do now come exactly in our house now? And question me, and tell them my name and the same time they must say, I didn't come first, I show them people now saying they want to say, I already go by the station because we know so this one come board, so make sure go by the station, we get me name clear, they kill me because that then come for the car, then you see a most wanted man then come for. So if when me again people, I really want the people like that same way.
He pointed to alleged acts of intimidation and unprofessionalism days ago when
Jamaica, when you hear what the youth say a while ago, the youth say the police them need even want to see the paper where him a talk about. Because them don't make up for them mindset. Him a wanted man. Him the on the most wanted list. So come for him. Them a come for him for carry him to court, you know. Then come for him for eliminate him off of the earth. Right? And that in itself is wrong. Because under our rights, under our charter of rights, everybody has the right to life. Whether you're a criminal or not. And a lot of people out there who don't agree with the people them going out there and taking the course of judgment upon them own hands. But imagine if the roles was reversed. Imagine if it was your child. Imagine if it was you. Imagine if it was your auntie. Imagine if it was your mother. And they were a mistake of identity put them on the most wanted list and they lost their lives on television crying and asking for justice and mercy. And for people to rally around you. Well, rally around these victims. Don't wait till they reach your doorstep. Condemn this, Jamaica. Condemn this. This has to be condemned. It's the second time it happening. Orlando Gray, the youth must name. For most wanted, them take the youth picture. And that was so interesting. Apparently, it was his passport size picture. So the question was, where did they go? Did they go in the database? The passport database and took out the youth picture and put it up there? On most wanted list? Dangerous.
and was transporting him from his house.
And they know that same way.
He pointed to alleged acts of intimidation and unprofessionalism days ago when the police detained him and was transporting him from his house.
And they know the police them know, then they have one back in a car and one of them ask me say, if you know grandma's one, if you ever drink grandma's one, you know it's sweet. And tell him friend like it has said, but dad, beg you know grandma's one, I'm giving a boy ass. Then take up a back and show him say empty. Which when they was sitting in a back when he said grandma's one.
The whole situation, he explained, has turned his life upside down.
It put me in a difficult position because everybody see me, they want to bring me from me and say that me a most wanted man. And then I want to run, enough of my friend them still I want to run the man.
The man's social life has been destroyed. His reputation has been stained. The people are afraid for their running because the police them say I wanted man and all when in clearing name. Him should sue the government. Him should sue the government for damages to his reputation. You know how hard it is to repair a reputation and put up your face and say you are a most wanted person when they never commit a crime in their life? If you sue them for everything they have Jamaica, I tell you, this is dangerous. I mean, I talk with water in my mouth. It could have been any one of us. Any one of us.
call police and tell them say like that. Like enough of my friend them still they want to run for me and send us say me a most wanted man. And then I want me run. Enough of my friend them still don't want me run them ass. They might call police and tell them say like that. Like for instance, say you see me pass through here, then call police and tell them say they see me or something.
Javon says he's not a wanted man. Instead, he only wants to provide for himself and his family.
I'm 1 year old son or something there. I'm look back into the thing about me after I cry and something there.
The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, has been notified of the matter. The young man says he will also report the matter to iProbe.
Mighty God, Jamaica. That's not the only case, but only remember the young man Orlando Gray, I see him way so, film ID, film face come from Most Wanted Wednesday. And the JCF apologized, you know. But how did they apologize? They apologized by putting up a post on their Instagram. They never did a press conference apologizing to Orlando Gray, you know. Are they going to do up another post on Instagram and hope that this story dies and nobody not really see it on TVJ and nobody not really raise alarm? Well, I am calling on the vlogger them to raise the alarm on this trend with the police force where their intelligence is concerned in putting people on most wanted lists that don't belong up there and I destroy the people in life. Yes. I am raising the alarm. I am calling on Andre Stevens. I am calling on Rattigan. I am calling on Mystic Sensation, Wayne Lonesome, Atta Five Press, Mama Jenny, and Isabel Rose. I am calling on all Carlos, Jamaica Carlos, Make We Talk Television, Jamaica Hot Topic, Sulfur. Big up Sulfur anywhere in there. I am calling on the vlogger them, Jay Bryan. This story needs to be highlighted. Clarendon man fearing for his life. The young man have a 1-year-old pitney and he a work, my construction worker. Law-abiding citizen and the man end up on most wanted list. And the man go at the police station and clear up everything and his life still in a danger. And his reputation still get spoiled. He needs to sue them. Talking about sue, look at this.
Now over in Westmoreland, a man is seeking justice for his son who was allegedly beaten by policemen while in lockup on Friday. The incident, which was captured on camera, has since gone viral on social media. Kimberly Petty reports.
A father crying out desperately after his son, 23-year-old Jamar Darling, is seen in this video being pulled and allegedly being beaten by police officers. His father, Jerome Darling, explained he was locked up by the lawmen during a traffic stop. He said he went to the Southern Lamar police station hoping Jamar would be granted station bail, but what transpired has left him traumatized.
My son said to me, say, I decided to conduct the charge me for. And me no do nothing more to stop me. I want to search the phone. I'm telling him, nah, make it go in on my phone because I'm stuff it on my phone. And the private stuff on the phone. Well, when he started to talk about him bail, them said them have carry me on the cell. And from them moved him to start pull off the handcuff. A police officer have him all around him.
He went further.
Then the policeman in the white walk and come on and turn off the light and then started to beat him. And a policeman with the round at the back of the station come and tell him and start driving out. So then drive out at the back.
Mr. Darling said it's not the first time the police have detained his son.
He has a lot of pain. Back hurt him, his neck hurt him, swelling to the face.
Now over in Westmoreland, a man is seeking justice for his son who was allegedly beaten by policemen while in lockup on Friday. The incident, which was captured on camera, has since gone viral on social media. Kimberly Petty reports.
A father crying out desperately after his son, 23-year-old Jamar Darling, is seen in this video being pulled and allegedly being beaten by police officers. His father, Jerome Darling, explained he was locked up by the lawmen during a traffic stop. He said he went to the Southern Lamar police station hoping Jamar would be granted station bail, but what transpired has left him traumatized.
My son said to me, say, I disorder the conduct, no charge me for. And me no do nothing more than stop me, I want to search the phone. I'm telling him something, nah, make it go in on my phone because I have stuff in on my phone and the private stuff on the phone. Well, when him started to talk about him bail, them said them are carry me on at the cell, and from them moved him to start pull off the handcuff. A police officer have him all around him neck.
He went further.
Then a policeman in the white walk and come on and turn off the light, and then started to beat him. Another policeman, they run at the back of the station, come and tell him to and start driving out. So then drive out at the back.
Mr. Darling said it's not the first time the police have detained his son.
He has a pain. Back hurt him, his neck hurt him, swelling to the face, his forehead, his foot, his hand, his eyes swell up. He traumatized him when you see, you know, say, you own youth and you never lick your youth, so. And police beat your youth, so. And one police, and two police, and three police, and four police. Police just come and beat him, so, for a reason.
He believes that the situation could have been handled in a more professional manner and has since reported the incident to Indicom.
There's something going on in Westmoreland with these young police officers. Well, all I ask now is justice, and I ask the commissioner of police to intervene with his own investigator, and I ask the Prime Minister of Jamaica to look through Westmoreland Parish. It's a parish where we can love you, but you have to love me first because we give you the head to run the country. We give Mr. Andrew the head to run the country. But we not get no attention, Prime Minister. We not get no attention, Commissioner.
Our news team contacted Commanding Officer for the Westmoreland Police Division, SSP Othniel Dobson, for a comment, but calls to his phone went unanswered. Kimberly Petty for TVJ News.
Jamaica. Usually, I don't play that on TikTok or no video, but I have to show on TikTok. TikTok, that's why I want to subscribe to my YouTube page, yeah? So I can show on the visual, sorry. Yeah, so I say, but they have to show on the visual of that. As disturbing as it is. So, on one end, you have the youth, them, I go on the most wanted list. On the next end, the Hurricane Melissa lick Westmoreland. I know it look like the Hurricane JCF or the Hurricane Police Force. What the hell is going on? The police them down Westmoreland look like they're on something different than the police them when they're at other places. Sorry about that, but my microphone is supposed to hear some feedback. See, the police them were down there, so it appears as if them have a different mission and a different way of them do policing. Could it be that the people them in Westmoreland get targeted because them not vote for the Labour right now? Could it be? Is this possible? Jamaica, the man is handcuffed to the chair. Handcuffed to the chair. The police turn off the light. The police turn off the light when them beat the youth. Turn off the light because them sister the man them a video. The man father a video. Hey, you know how much it must have taken that father to sit did it so and I watch the man deal with him son like how them deal with him. The man them turn off the light, Jamaica. Watch that. Look how the man do the youth. The Jamaican police them come like say Patsy Wagwan. The Jamaican police them come like say some of them, not all of them. And when I say Jamaican police, I never generalize. I not talk about all of them. But it come like say the man and give man them sitting for smoke or take before them when them dip on training. Because I don't know how this is. That's not how you deal with a human being. And what did they stop him for? This was a traffic stop. This was not a gunman. This was not somebody where I point one weapon off of them. This was not somebody where I attack them with physically. This is a traffic stop. And them don't care the man guard the place already. Right, that's up. Look how them turn off the light. I don't know if you guys remember a very prominent lady that has name that came on Andre's show. And she said her son had an experience with the police. And it's when they knew it was her son that them started back up. So I told Jamaica, say police them only rate or respect or treat some Jamaican citizens in the way how them supposed to treat them. When you say you need Isaac can't take every case, you know. Remember, say Isaac I deal with the people in East Portland with the land and the highway and everything. Then displacement. Isaac has a lot on his table. Big up Isaac. Yeah, him have a team. Oh, well, I hope the team are busy. Because the amount of atrocities we are going on in Jamaica right now in regards to the police force, the government abusing the people, the police abusing the people. I'm telling you, we're in a dark place. The youth, look there. Him handcuffed to the chair now. So after this, them beat the youth apparently, you know. After this, them beat the youth. Jamaica, these unnecessary, and the violence in the school too. In the school, right? Look at this. It's in the school.
Son was brutally beaten by 4th and 5th form boys last Tuesday at the school. She explained that her son has spent only a year at the school and within that time has been bullied because of his accent and the way he wears his hair. Now, one student was charged this morning for wounding in relation to the incident and is to face the courts soon. Kirk Wright reports.
Jamaica College still riding on their wave of victory of the boys and girls champs on the weekend. At the school this morning, a celebratory atmosphere. Meanwhile, one of their own, a 4th former, has been at home for a week now, nursing injuries he received from a battering at the school last Tuesday. The student was left bruised and confused after being attacked by a group of boys on the compound. The victim says he was walking towards the canteen to have his lunch when about 6 of them yelled out to him that he had dropped his money. The victim says after picking up the money, another boy from the group approached him saying the money belonged to him.
He tried to pull the money from my hand. He was pushing me in the chest, and I kept yelling at him, telling him to get away from me, and telling him that, no, this was my money. They just told me it was my money.
The victim says he tried to ward off the boy who was becoming more aggressive, but said that only incensed the others who also turned on him.
He punched me right in the face, directly in the chin. I received the punch and threw my food at him to try to defend myself and get him away from me because he was being, insane. He was yelling all kinds of insanity, all types of nonsense. I threw my food at him, He dropped his bag and rushed me. He proceeded to punch me in the nose right here, which caused an injury, breaking my nose right here across the bridge. I received more punches to the eye, due to which I tried to defend myself the best I could. I felt hands pulling my hair, which I'm still feeling lots of pain in my head from that. There were hands pulling my hair that I just couldn't really understand what was going on, you know. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground on my back, being beaten down in the face, on the chest. I have bruises all over my body.
The students who witnessed the battering alerted the Dean of Discipline, who took the victim to the school's nurse for treatment. The boy's mother says she is particularly hurt because her son is a very gentle soul who gives zero trouble. She says now her son has been left with injuries he doesn't deserve.
He has a tear in his conjunctiva at the very least, which was briefly conveyed to us. He has a more fulsome, thorough eye examination scheduled for tomorrow. But CT scan has confirmed that his nose is broken. So now we have to go see surgeon. Right? I have no idea where this mountain of medical expenses is
Karen,
going to
what's
take
up,
us.
Karen?
And this was all thrust upon me in a moment.
She says his medical bills are piling up with more assessments to go.
I have spent close to $100,000 since Tuesday.
Wow.
On x-rays, CT scan, doctor visits, ophthalmologist.
The mother says she has not received a call from the principal. However, the school nurse and another teacher have reached out to her.
Which underscores what I've already heard, and both anecdotally and from evidence from my son, that fights happen at Jamaica College almost daily. Brutal fights.
We asked the principal, Wayne Robinson, about the incident this morning.
We are aware of the incidents that took place, and it goes from procedure here of investigation and a procedure of dealing, taking action based on those investigations.
Kirk Wright, TVJ.
Jamaica, I just me I left it. Partner TV starts in 15 minutes. I'll be back around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Yeah, I'll be back around 2:30, 3 o'clock. God bless you know. I'll see you on TikTok. Yeah, I don't know. TikTok, I don't know. Will I be able to go live on TikTok? I'm not sure. So TikTok, come over to Bolo VNR 2.0, go subscribe. Alright, because I don't have enough phone yet. Alright, TikTok, my phone, I don't have enough phone yet. Only just work with me the TikTok, please and thanks. Alright? Yeah man, I beg you to work with me. Alright, let me see if I have the picture with my YouTube and I can post up. So I can go follow the YouTube page. You can't play a video on TikTok. Very interesting. You only can put up picture and talk. Anytime I put up picture, it's like them block it. Let me see. Turn around this. And I think this is the right something, but Bolo VNR 2.0 Jamaica. Those are the one with the third one on the screen. When they type in Bolo VNR 2.0, the one that you see me no, the one where you see me have my hand on my chin like so, that's a Bolo VNR 2.0. The one there at the bottom. Yeah? Yeah man. Those are all my channels. Those are the symbols that are on all my channels. People, God bless you know. Sooner or later here, when I get some breakfast or some lunch or together, whatever, and you know, recuperate and come back later. We are going to attack the PAAC meeting in a detail. We want to find out what really was said and what really going on. Alright? Big up on yourself. I'm out. Later, people. Later.